Hey y'all, today we are talking grocery shopping tips after VSG, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get right into it. I have noticed that my grocery shopping habits pre-VSG definitely had to change post-VSG, or post-op I should say. So as a result, I came up with this list of a few tips that may help you after you have had VSG. These tips are in no particular order, as most of my lists aren't. However, they are geared more towards single individuals or individuals with smaller families, but you can still possibly benefit from these tips. So let's get right into it. Post-op or after having VSG, I had to keep bulk grocery shopping to a minimum, mainly with perishables. You won't be able to eat it all before it expires, so don't waste your money. That's definitely something I had to learn the hard way. Check the nutrition label to make sure the items you're buying are actually worth buying. After having VSG, the main nutrient you should try to consume would be protein. So aim for products with higher protein and lower net carbs where possible. Plan ahead. Make your list in advance, or more than likely you'll end up shopping like you did prior to surgery, which will result in a waste of time, money, energy, and maybe even items that you don't want to eat regularly. You don't want to introduce those items back into your house. So it's always good to try to make a list when you can, plan ahead when you can. We all have the little apps in our phones. Do whatever you have to do. Just make sure you know what you're going to get in advance. Don't grocery shop on an empty stomach. And this particular tip can apply to almost anyone, but it pertains to those of us who've undergone weight loss surgery, because we have had a tool in place to assist us with eating less. However, none of that matters when you're hungry. Your eyes will definitely be bigger than your stomach, and you're not necessarily thinking rationally, and you may even forget that you've had VSG, as crazy as it sounds, or weight loss surgery, and try to buy the whole store. So that's why it's a good idea to try to eat prior to going grocery shopping. Grab something on the ride, and by the time you get to the store, you'll be nice and full and satisfied and able to focus on what you really came there for, and make it through the store or the grocery shopping trip like a sane person. Try something new. As I've mentioned in another video, your taste buds will more than likely change after having VSG. You might find out that you can no longer eat the foods that you used to enjoy prior to surgery. You might find out that you no longer enjoy one or two foods that were staples before, or you might find out that you hate everything that you used to eat and now only gravitate toward one or two particular foods. Either way, in order to add variety to your diet and experiment with new foods, pick up at least one or two new items or two new products when you go shopping, just to test them out. If you're not adventurous, push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Just try something small or cheap. If you don't like it, just don't buy it again. But if you do, you can add that to a list of the new items for your new tummy. Just breathe. The first few times you go grocery shopping post-op can definitely be a little overwhelming. You can no longer eat as much as you used to, and more than likely you made poor food choices prior to having surgery, and if you went grocery shopping, you now probably feel a slight twinge of anxiety as you try to do the right thing and make better food choices for yourself. But it is definitely okay, you know, just calm down, just breathe, and don't put the added pressure on yourself to try to be perfect right away. No one is perfect. No one is expecting perfection. You have a tool in place that's now going to help you with your appetite, but it's much more than just your appetite. It's what you eat, it's what you think, it's so many different things that you now have to learn how to change. So don't let something like grocery shopping overwhelm you to the point that, you know, you have an anxiety attack in the store. You won't be perfect no matter how hard you try to be. We all make mistakes, especially in the beginning, because like I just stated, it's a learning process. So just try to follow the guidelines that were recommended by your doctor or your nutritionist, or visit a bariatric nutrition forum if you didn't have any guidelines to follow. I've been contacted online multiple times by people who did not have any guidelines and, you know, wanted some information from me. So there are definite avenues that you can pursue to help you out, but whatever you do, don't let it overwhelm you. It'll be okay. So that concludes my list of post-op VSG shopping tip. Anything I didn't think of? If so, please feel free to leave them down below. We're all looking for help and answers and assistance and guidance in this community. So, you know, I would love for this to become that hub or one of the many hubs out there. So let's help each other out. Any tips, tricks that you have, definitely leave those below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn that bell on for notifications. Okay, until next time, talk to y'all later. Bye.